Hello, thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. Today we're going to give you a tarot card reading, and I'm going to include an oracle card deck called Butterfly. I just feel drawn to pulling out at least one card from this deck in the end of the reading for you. So I'm going to sage a little bit, and then I will do a quick prayer, and then I will go over your questions on your information. Your name and info will be confidential. Like I said, I will only go over your questions, okay? So I'm just saging the area a little bit. Saving cards as we begin your reading. Alright. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. I ask spirit guides and angels of the person I'm focused on, may you reveal to her now what she needs to know in this present time. I ask spirit guides and mind to help me interpret the information to her in the best of my abilities, and that the information that comes through may come through as accurate, specific, and detailed as possible. I am now open to the spirit world, so if there's any guiding, healing messages that need to be passed on, I am welcome to receive. Anything of negative vibration, negative energy is not welcomed in this reading, as I ask just to tune into the tarot cards and the information that needs to come through from the questions. I am open now. I surround myself with a beautiful white light of protection, and I will only receive information from God's purest intention and God's white light. Amen. Alright, so let's start shuffling the tarot cards. Hope you can hear me. I'm getting as close as I can to the computer. Okay, here. Let's just keep that there. Alright, so I'm getting as close as possible so you can hear me wherever the mic is. It's my favorite deck. It's a golden tarot deck, and it has that medieval kind of feel. Let's see here. I'm going to go look at your questions now. Alright, found them. So your first question is, hun, will I have it better since I paid out my bro? He has lashed out and said so many things, even said he told my dad that I have tons of money, Emery, I have tons of debt. Alright, so okay. Let's see here, hun, with this. Unfortunately, what I am feeling is that I feel like your brother's always going to be how he is. I feel like he's never going to change, unfortunately. This is something that I'm feeling from Spirit, that they just want you to know that he's going to always be like that. And, people, you can't control people you can't control. You can't control the things you can't control. Paying him out, I feel, will temporarily make it better, but I think, again, if anything, he'll continue. I'm not sure how this will work, because I am feeling for this to really stop at some point. I don't know if you paying him out had to do with like legal things, but I do see this eventually in the future becoming a legal matter, maybe involving lawyers, involving lawyers, so that this would end between him and you. I just feel like it will only get better temporarily. I think I'm pronouncing it right, I'm not sure. but not permanently. But there is something that's going to happen with legal things with him. So I don't know if it's happening now. I don't know if it's still with the place or the house or the apartment, or it's just legal things with lawyers with him and you against each other. But there's something with legal matters that is going to get involved, and I don't feel it's going to uh, it's going to get better permanently. It's only going to be just for the moment, just for some time. I would say the longest, a couple of months, maybe like 6 months or so, he'll be okay with it and be better. But after that, I think he'll start acting up again, hon. I'm going to pull out 3 cards in regards to that. I love this card. So what's interesting is that this card represents tension, the concept that there's tension going on between this situation. And it's a kind of thing where sometimes you have to let be, let go, let God. I think I've told you this before. And I think it's hard because I know he lashes out to you and he causes problems. There's something about not putting your focus so much on this because it's eating you up alive. It's eating you away, literally, because I'm hearing that word, it's eating you away. And Spirit doesn't want you to get eaten away by these things. There's so much to life than you can imagine. And life is not as complicated as you think it is, okay? It's quite simple. It depends on how you select your thoughts and what you make more, like what is more important to you in your life. That's all that matters. What is more important to you in your life, and you choosing love over fear, and keeping your focus on things that are more important to you. This situation with him, this tension, I know obviously it's eating you up alive, but it's more of something that Spirit doesn't want you to put so much energy into this and so much focus, even though I know stress and anxiety will cause you to, dwell on this. But try to find ways to calm yourself. Try to find ways to relax yourself from this situation. Try to find ways to escape the situation and not take it so seriously and care so much, okay? That's what I'm hearing. I know that sounds silly, but there's something about not putting so much energy into it and caring so much about it, okay? And it's interesting because this card as well represents somebody that doesn't understand emotions, doesn't understand things the way you do, doesn't have that perspective like you do, and he thinks he can cope with everything differently in the proper way and the right way. And you work differently, not everybody works the same, you and your brother, and that's something that eventually you need to realize too. Everybody's different. Everybody reacts and expresses themselves differently. And this is something that's never going to change, unfortunately. It's going to continue. I feel like I said it's going to hold him off for a couple of months or so. But then again, I do see some legal matters getting involved at some point. And it's just going to be a kind of thing where it's going to be like, what is the word? Repugnant? Repugnant after a while? Redundant. I'm sorry, redundant after a while. And, you know, I don't feel like he's ever gonna quit it. I know this sounds horrible, but I just feel like he has that very demanding, strong personality, that very strong-willed, okay? And yeah, with this, you just have to stay goal-orientated, you have to stay strong, you have to stay fierce, and just try to find ways to escape it when you can, and not have your thoughts, like, just absorbed with this 24/7. That's something Spirit just does not want you to do, okay? Be absorbed with this 24/7, because it's just going to emotionally, spiritually, and mentally eat you up alive like it has been, and it's going to continue. Okay, so you gotta kind of just find ways to not, I'm sorry, excuse the French, not give a fuck, Not give a fuck. There's something about Spirit telling me to not give a fuck. And, if he's telling your dad things, you tell your dad, Dad, my brother, or your son, he's always going to be the way he is, and, don't believe everything that everybody says, everybody has their different lives, and, he might say he might think it's true, but it's not, etc. But you don't need to really explain yourself so much to your dad, if anything, but it's more of you not giving so much care towards this, okay? I know that's really, really hard because you're very sensitive, but this is something that I feel like emotionally, mentally, spiritually, it's going to eat you up alive, okay, hon? All right, so I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to go to the next question. Next question is work-wise. Okay. All right, work-wise. Alright, so work-wise, there's something that's going to pick up. So I am feeling like work-wise, like money's going to flow, like new projects are going to come. You're going to be busy more. You're going to be much busy more. You're going to get much busier, and things are going to be like consistent. Like it's going to be fluctuating, and it's not going to be like where there's no work and then work, no work, then work. No, it's going to be like work, a little bit, no work, work, a little bit, no work, work. Like it's going to be steady. I feel like work's going to be steady for you, and that's a good thing, especially with the property stuff that you do. I feel like it's going to be steady, okay? And at some point, I feel like you will manage to get your debts in order. I don't feel like it's always going to be like that. I feel like at some point it's going to be better, your debts and things like that. If it's not like that now, no worries, hon. It's a future prospect that I'm picking up. I do feel like eventually your debts will be better. Sorry, my baby almost woke up, but it's okay. Alright, so I do see this creativity side to you that you want to express. This creativity side, career-wise, where you just want to express it entirely. And I feel like you're heading towards the right direction, and just keep on going towards that way. Keep on going that way. That's so weird. I feel like I'm not even speaking English properly. I don't know what's going on. I'm getting tongue twisted a lot. Sorry. I feel like you're going the right way, and creativity-wise, use that creativity to express what you need to express in everything that you do career-wise. And if you want to express more creativity, go for it, hon. I feel like this is the time to go for it. At some point, I just don't want you to feel like you don't have power over what you do job-wise, because I do see this card where it shows lack of believing in yourself power and thinking you're powerless towards the idea of you working and doing the kind of work that you want to do, etc., or in when and how, etc. But I feel like this card's representing you have power in whatever you choose to do in your career, whatever moves you choose to do, whatever directions you choose to go and change, etc. You have power over this. Nothing is like set in stone. You can do whatever you want whenever you want. Okay. I'm also seeing, you have that strong belief that you have that strong belief and power to yourself, in the sense of like I really do feel like you're capable when you put your mind to something. You accomplish it. So it's just saying like still use that quality of yours to do what you want to do. Like use that quality of that potential of you when you set your mind to something you make it work. You make it happen in whatever way you can. Um, Work-wise, I just feel like it's gonna be steady, and I feel like it's gonna be busy, and everything's gonna be fine. I just feel like I don't want you to become a workaholic. That's something I just don't want you to do. I really want you to enjoy life. That's something I keep on picking up with you, is to enjoy the simple things of life, and not be so caught up in work, and be so into work all the time, or be a workaholic, etc. Like, I just don't want you to lose yourself, because I feel like you have that tendency of losing yourself and then gaining yourself and then losing yourself and then gaining yourself. And I feel like Spirit doesn't want you to do that. They don't want you to go through that anymore. It's exhausting, like losing yourself and gaining yourself again, and then losing yourself and gaining yourself again. It's the whole point of following your inner self and not like doubting it and then being afraid and then like going back to that old way of feeling safe, etc. So I just don't want you to lose yourself again and then come back. I want you to try to stay steady with yourself, okay? So work-wise, I just feel like it's going to be steady. You're going to be busy very soon. You're going to be busy, and everything's going to flow. One thing I feel from work is I just don't want you to be so caught up in work and be like a workaholic. I want you to still enjoy the simple things of life, okay? I still want you to enjoy yourself and not be so caught up with that, okay? So just keep that in mind, hon, because that's something I'm picking up very strongly. Okay, next question, support system, love life. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that just flew out. So interesting that these cards these cards are a little bit similar, so it's interesting that they just flew together here. So basically this represents you where at some point you were stuck between this decision that you had to make, and you just didn't make the decision. You knew it was there, you were just avoiding it, and it just shows here that you finally made the decision. It's reversed, so it represents that this decision that you were caught between, you finally made the decision. So this can either represent your brother, the situation with your brother, etc., or something that you were having a struggle making that decision, and then you finally made that decision. Like you were supposed to make a decision, and finally now made that decision. So it could be generic, it could be anything, but I really do feel like it is probably your situation with your brother, okay? One thing I feel guidance for you for support and love, etc., is the concept of you are not trapped, hon. You are not trapped. You have options in life. This is what this card's saying. You have options in life, and you have choices. You can make choices whenever you want. You can get out of any situation that you want whenever you want. It's all up to you. You have the power, like I said. And this is what this represents. You creating that feeling where you feel trapped and you feel like you can't get out of what you're in now or in your life, etc. And in the end, you actually do have options to get out. You're just making yourself feel like that, okay? And then this represents the concept of to have patience. Okay, I feel like it's very hard for you to have patience in the sense of you wanting an outcome or you wanting to know what's your meaning, what's your purpose, what's going on. Like, I need to know right now. And this card's just saying have patience. Everything is revealed all in good time, all in good time, all with the love of God. This is something I feel like with the love of God, anything is possible. Anything that you want to do, anything that you want to be revealed, it's possible, hon, okay? Um, Love life, I'm feeling like you're going to be really, right now, love life itself, I feel like you're going to be really busy, and love life is not going to happen, like, it's very soon. I feel like you're going to be so busy with work that it's going to be hard for you to, like, be with yourself. That's what I'm saying. Just be careful and don't lose yourself, and when you can find the time to escape, Find the time to escape. Go out with friends, do careless things sometimes, just go out with a random guy that you want to just go out with, just for the hell of it, go online and just date for fun. Don't even take it seriously, just date for fun. I feel like you need that, and that's just something, it will just make you feel young and free again. I want you to feel free, hon. I want you to feel free. It's a big word that I'm picking up with you. I want you to feel free, okay? So love life itself. Right now, I don't feel like there's anything coming up. I just feel like you're going to be really busy. And I want you to be careless for, like, sometimes be careless and find ways to escape and have fun. Go on an online dating website or app for free and just go on dates with people, just for fun. Enjoy yourself when you have the time, okay? I don't want you to get lost again. I want you to feel free. That's what I'm feeling with the love life and support system situation, okay? And know that you have options and you're never trapped, You have the freedom to make options and choices whenever, and you have the freedom to pick any option and make any choices you want, okay? Let me see here. Finances, and then you're open to whatever I receive. So I'll leave the 5 question for random oracle card that I get in this deck for you, hon. Okay, so finances. So I think the finances ties in with the work. I do feel like I feel like money is gonna flow, but it's gonna be a little bit hard. Like you said, there's debts and stuff. But I do feel like future prospects, I feel like at some point your debts are going to be in order. Like it's not going to be like a mess like it is now, and it's going to be good, okay? It's like going to be resolved at some point. This is future prospects, so I am feeling that it's going to be in order. It's going to take time, but it's definitely, I see it being organized where it's not going to be all resolved, but it's going to be managed again. It's going to be manageable, okay? Um, Finances. Let's see what comes through for finances, hon. If you love butterflies, just know maybe that's why I picked it up, but there's a symbol for butterflies that just came through for you. That's why I probably got this deck. Interesting. So, with finances, there's some transition that's going to occur. I don't know if, like, financially, like, you'll gain all your money again, or you're going to go through a shift where money's probably not going to flow properly. But I just feel like there's going to be transition wise with money, and out with the old, in with the new. So, like, for me, it represents new flow, new money, new income. It's going to be flowing. I don't know what direction, but it's going to be coming from a different direction, not the same direction as always. But what was once lost is now going to be regained. So that's what I'm feeling. So whatever you lost, the universe is going to give back to you financially. Okay? So whatever you lost transition-wise, the universe is going to give it back to you. So the money that you gave to your brother, you'll gain it back in some way. You're going to gain it back. The universe is going to give it back to you. Okay? I do feel like, obviously, with money, there's been times where you're not comfortable and completely happy, and you're concerned about that, or you've been worried about that. I am feeling with time you will feel happy again, and money will flow properly again, okay? I just feel like it's going to be a little bit up and down for the next year. For this year, it's going to be up and down, up and down, up and down. It's not a bad thing, just means that it's not going to be super uh, steady. So what I mean by steady, when I said about the work, I feel like your work's going to be steady. So what I mean by work, you're going to be working a lot. That's what I mean by steady with work. But money-wise, I feel like it's going to be like, it's going to be right there. Like, it's going to be budget to budget right there, and what you need is all paid, and what you need is enough. It's not going to be super extra or super less. It's going to be up and down, okay? But no, that money you lost will be regained again, okay? I do feel like there was choices that were made with money. Obviously, the lovers, when lovers represents choices, so there was choices between two people with money, and I really do feel like, obviously, that was your brother and you. But what you lost, like, since it's reversed, what you lost, you will regain, okay? I just feel like I want you to know that manifestation and law of attraction is very powerful. So what you think in your mind, you create your reality. Like, you create what you think. And I want you to start thinking positive about money. I want you to start using the I am abundance, I am filled with abundance, um, I am filled with gratitude. Like, use the I am, and imagine like you're living that life already where money is flowing well and money is not always up and down. I want you to do this. This is something very powerful. I do it too, and the intention itself is what brings positive energy back. Okay, hon? So that's what I feel with finances. I feel like it's gonna be up and down, and I feel like it's gonna what you lost, you're going to regain. The universe is gonna throw it back at you. You're gonna get it again, and I want you to start using your thoughts as a way to attract money in your reality, to fix your debts, to bring positive energy with money. It's like once you start learning to do that, money's just going to flow naturally. I'm serious. This is a very powerful tool that I use even with my work and what I do, and it's quite it's shocking sometimes. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling with that. I'm going to end your reading with one card in the butterfly deck, hon. Okay. I love this deck. So the butterfly deck represents transition and just very important phases that we go through in our life. So this deck is actually called Butterfly Life Changes. I will pull out. I feel like pulling out two for you. So let's try. All right. So very interesting. So I'm going to read off the guidebook for you. So first card you got was dietary change. So this can mean obviously finding ways to take care of yourself and eat properly, to help your diet, to eat well, to stay strong, to take care of yourself. This is something very important for the human mind, body, soul, etc. To always continue to take care of yourself no matter what you're going through in your day-to-day life, stress, work, finances, etc. Okay? Um, and then last but not least, your second card that you got was forgiveness. Obviously, forgiveness of everything that's been occurring with your brother, to really focus on the concept of not just forgiving him, but forgiving yourself and finding ways to just eventually accept what happened and to move on. You know, you can go through this as long as you need to until you're ready and then move on from the situation. Because I feel like the more you focus on it, the more it lingers, the more crap manifests, and it will just always affect you very intensely. So you just need to find ways to forgive the situation, not him, but more of yourself and the situation. I'm going to read from the guidebook to get more descriptive, and then I will leave you with that, hon. Dietary change. This card signals an improvement in the quality of the food that you eat and the beverages you drink. You definitely are guided to make a positive and healthful change in your diet. As you do so, you receive additional rewards of increased energy, confidence, and well-being, plus an enhanced appearance. Remember that you can receive support from this change from a licensed nutritionist, groups like Overeaters Anonymous. You can also pray for heavenly help with motivation, dealing with cravings. So if you haven't been eating properly, this is the time to begin eating healthy again. This will definitely make you feel better, give you more energy, etc. This is very important. Like veganism, vegetarianism, detoxification, the things that will help you. Um, this I feel like this will very much help you emotionally. Okay, and then let me read your last card, which was forgiveness. Dear one, have you been carrying around anger, guilt, shame, or regrets? This card indicates that it's time to set down these burdens so that you can spread your wings and fly higher. You are guided to release stored emotions and thoughts that may block you. Forgiveness doesn't mean that what others did to you is okay, or that you need to spend time with them. Rather, it means that you are choosing to detox yourself, which is funny because we're talking about diet and detoxification. Choosing to detox yourself from residual negative thoughts and emotions related to these experiences, which I told you, which is very interesting. Prayer. Spending time in nature, cultivating compassion, journaling, support groups, and trauma counseling can help you regain understanding and the motivation to completely forgive. Be sure to forgive yourself for any regrets and release grudges you're holding toward yourself. It's helpful to learn from mistakes made in the past, but not to hang on to them by berating yourself. The point is to increase your confidence and love in your heart so that you can focus upon your divine purpose. Letting go of the past, adopting a more positive outlook, releasing a toxic relationship, forgiveness, past life healing. So there's definitely forgiveness needed. The suppressed emotions that have going on in your soul, in your heart. Spirit wants you to find a way to forgive and to not hold these grudges and to learn to let go. I feel like this is something your mother's probably telling you as well, and Spirit itself, this is your guided message for tonight. And I just want to leave you with that, hun. And to please remember, like I said, find ways to realize and know that your thoughts are very powerful and they can manifest. You need to believe in yourself and believe in the situation itself that it will get better. And don't invest your energy and time on things that are not important to you. That is not important. That will just cause you anxiety, stress, and drain you, hun, okay? So, lots of love from the heaven above. I will leave you with that. I very much hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for reaching out to me, and I can't wait to give you a reading again in the future. Bye now.